Hello webpage students, and welcome to the Lightbox Gallery tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to continue to create special effects for our website in Dreamweaver, and we're going to learn how to use a Lightbox Gallery. So the very first thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to open Dreamweaver. Now that we're in Dreamweaver, I'm going to go over here to Files, and we're going to go, I'm going to close this CSS, and we're going to go to our Services page, and we're going to open up our Services page. You can see I'm going to actually go into Design View, and on this Services page you should have the full width content design on that page. So what I'd like for you to do is I want you to write the word gallery in the middle of this text, because this is where our Lightbox Gallery is going to go. And then after that, I'm going to need you to go into my passouts file. So you'll go into, wrong folder there. You want to make sure you go into the passouts drive, high school, and you'll find my passouts file. And there are several files that I'm going to need you to open in this particular tutorial. So you're going to go in, and what I want you to do is I want you to copy the Lightbox CSS, the Lightbox JavaScript file, and I want you to open the Lightbox code. I'm just going to double click. It's going to open in Internet Explorer. I'm going to minimize that, and then I'm going to go back into Dreamweaver and show you where you should put it. You want to make sure your CSS goes into the CSS folder, and then your JavaScript should go into the JavaScript folder. And there's one more thing that you should have copied from my passouts file, I almost forgot, is this gallery photos folder. You want to make sure that you pause the video and you want to copy it into your images, into gallery photos. You can see there are 5 photos in there. So take a moment and go ahead and copy all of your files in. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to Code View, and in Code View you can see in our template a lot of this is grayed out, meaning that we can't change it. We can change our doc type and we can change the HTML, but most of this we can't change. So but we can change things underneath the shears design. It gives us some space, and what we want to do is we want to make sure that we start, I'm going to open this Internet Explorer web page, is we want to put in this Lightbox script into our code. So we're going to just copy that. So you're going to Control C it, and then you're going to Control V. Now we didn't copy the JavaScript for the simple fact that, actually I'm going to leave that there. We didn't copy that because we already have that up here. You can see that JS query, the little direction sheet that I showed you in Internet Explorer here tells you what you needed to do is to copy this jQuery, which we already have, as well as you know, the Lightbox JavaScript. And then we're going to also copy the CSS, and we're just going to put it underneath here in the head, and that should give us what we need there. Now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go into this gallery little page. The nice thing is it shows you where your gallery should go. It should go right in here. And so actually before we do that, there's one more thing that we need to put up in the head. After we've copied that JavaScript and that CSS link, there's another link that we need to copy. So we're going to go in and we're going to copy this script file. Make sure you copy all of that, including the tag. I know when I was practicing before, I messed up the tag and forgot to copy that. So I copied that in there. And then we're going to go down to the gallery area, and then we're going to go back into this text, and this is going to be our gallery div ID. So what we want to do is we're going to copy that right in here, and we're going to highlight this little gallery tag, and we're going to copy that right there. And you can see I'm going to make this div over here. Now at this point, we need to go ahead and we need to place our new images in. So we're going to get rid of the old image and we're going to go into, we're going to go make sure we're in our Shares Design, Images, Gallery, Photos, and we want to select that first photo. So we're going to select it and we're going to hit OK. And then we're going to do the same thing for the second thing. The first one is it's an href, and if you remember from all of our other coding, that is a link. So, and then the last thing is our source. So we want to make sure that we have our source in there as well. So you want to make sure that you save that, and then where it says this is the caption text, we're going to change that to text for photo 1. And we'll just go ahead and we're going to go up and we're going to make changes, or we're going to save our changes, and then we're going to see what's been going on. Sorry about that. Okay, now I'm in Design View, and that is not exactly the size that I want for this particular photo. So I need to go back into Code View and make a little bit of an adjustment there. So if we look at this basic framework, we'll pull up this div here. Okay, so we have, if we look over here, that it ends with the caption text and it has that A tag, but we have the photo path in there, but what we don't have is that width and height in there of 120/80. So I want to go over and I want to just put a space in and I want to copy that in there, and then I'm going to save it. And then I'm going to look at it in Design View, and that's much, much better. So, and if you click on it, you can see that it says text for photo 1. So I'm going to close that out, and then I'm going to go back into Code View. And this is pretty simple of what we need to do. We just need to copy this, and then we're going to need to paste it 4 times. So we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Now, you could go in and you could go and do all of your images and, you know, find them and everything like that. But actually, I'm changing it before I show you. But let me go in and show you these particular images. If we go into our Lightbox Gallery Photos, you can see, if I go into Gallery Photos, that these photos are in photos 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All I need to do is to change these numbers, and then that will go ahead and that will work, and it should look fine. So I'm going to save it, and then I'm going to go to Design View, and that's great, except we've got to do some work with the CSS here. But if you see, and I click on it, it automatically, with all of this, the query and stuff like that, is in there, and I can hit next, and it's going to scroll through all of that in the previous photos and things like that, because that script is already in there and it's telling me what to do. Oh, and it all says text for photo 1. So what I'm going to do is go back into Code View and just change these quickly, and you can see that that's fairly easy. Now we just have a few CSS changes to make in our CSS code. So your Lightbox CSS code should come up here, and there are a couple of things that we need to change in there, and most of the stuff that we need to change is at the bottom, and it's in our gallery selectors. So you're going to go to gallery, and where this says 580, that's a little bit too small because it's wrapping. So we're going to change that to 780. I'm just going to refresh, and I'm going to go to design view. Ooh, that still didn't quite wrap. It brought one up and not another, but oh, that padding looks like it's pretty large. So why don't we change that and see if that'll impact things a little bit. So I'm going to go into our code view, and then I'm going to go to the image section of where it says gallery images, and it's that padding is 10 pixels. I'm going to change that to 5 pixels, and I'm going to give the margin on the outside. The padding is the area in between the gray line, and the margin is the area outside of the gray line, and I'm going to give that 8 pixels. So padding 5 pixels and margin 8 pixels, and let's refresh, and let's look in design view, and perfect. And that's it. That's all you have to do to make a Lightbox gallery. Good luck. Make sure you save all of your changes.